Well, hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amito and this is my channel. You're very much welcome. So today we are going to do another reaction video, by the way. We are going to do another reaction video. So let us first watch this video because it sounds too nice. Yeah, it sounds too nice. Like it sounds too realistic. Yeah, it sounds too realistic. I know some of you will be like, the guy is very accurate, he's very right. What? Let's first watch it and then we talk about it.
Also, didn't Africans sell their own people to America as slaves? Yes, but Africans at that time didn't really view themselves as one people, right? So, for the same reasons that Germans and the French don't view themselves as the same people, Africans at that time did not view themselves as the same people. I'm not even sure if they knew there were other races of people. So, with that being said, right, they were capturing each other, enslaving each other, or capturing each other and selling them to other people for different types of goods. Now, does it make it right? No. Is there an excuse for it? No. Do many black Americans a day want to just nicely gloss over that like that never happened? Yes. And again, so many people in today's society want to act as if white people were the only people to do anything bad ever, and that's not the truth. So for educational purposes, let's go through some history. Okay, so for starters, we all know what happened in Germany. We all know who did it, Germans. Okay, but what about the Armenian genocide in 1915 and 1923? Or the Rwandan genocide in 1994? Or the Cambodian genocide in 1975? Well, really, it was between 1975 and 1979. My point is, every race of people seemingly have done terrible things. So I do not understand why we only want to act like white people were the only people to ever do anything, because all you got to do is pick up a history book or Google some stuff and you will see that it's not even close to true. And I just gave you a couple examples. There are probably hundreds of them. So again, let's realize that all races of people have done bad things, and let's move on and let's start building our lives together. It's not that difficult. I don't know why so many people want to complicate it and turn things that don't need to be issues into issues. Okay, and also go back to the beginning of the video when I was talking about Africans not viewing themselves as the same people. What I was trying to say is that skin color wasn't really something that tied them together, for lack of better terms. So it wasn't as much of importance then as it is today with a lot of races.
Okay. Yeah, from what you've heard, this guy is ever like talking about uh why black Americans shouldn't blame white Americans for what happened to them. Slavery, the mistreatment, the rape, the murder, the whatever that was done to their ancestors or their great grandparents, they shouldn't talk about it. They shouldn't act as if it's only white people who who did wrong to humanity. We equally did wrong to humanity. We as black people or as Africans also equally did wrong to ourselves and a lot of blah 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 blah. Which is something that is weird because I am African, right? I live in Africa. I am a Ugandan. But from whatever you see on social media and the 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 stories you hear from our brothers and sisters who are in America, right? It seems like it's still like the white people who are trying to oppress the black people up to now. Like the brutality, the police thing, a lot of other things, racism. You can see someone really literally calling somebody in a mall in this 21st century the N-word. How do you expect people to just let that just slide? You are calling me a monkey, you're calling me whatever, and I just let it slide. I shouldn't talk about it. Because we also at one point wronged ourselves and wronged people. We wronged ourselves at one point, right? Anyways, let's just leave that aside. He talked about a lot of things, blah, 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 how black Africans never used to see themselves as one people, and a lot of other things. And how like Africans were capturing each others into slavery and like like, first of all, my brother, who wrote that history book that you are reading all this nonsense from? Who wrote that history book? For you to trust that history book, for you to be like, okay, we are very equal. Who wrote that history book? Most of these Wazungus wrote those history books, favoring themselves, yeah? Favoring themselves. Africans, most of African people were living in their own communities, right? Kingdoms, like, people were just minding their businesses. Like, they even literally did not care what maybe the other tribe is doing the other side, because the land was big. People were not as many as now. Like, the way he's talking is as if, like, this other tribe, like, people were close. People are not even close. Like, you find this one tribe, they're the other side, and then the other tribe, they're the other side. And then, anyways, he talked about Africans enslaving themselves. That's a new one. So that's a new one. Most of these people who were in a prison kind of thing were people who are criminals in community. Like, African communities were very organized, very civilized. If you're a criminal, you're going to be arrested and treated as a criminal, right? So for you to say they were capturing other people, it's as if Africa was just this, like everyone was just so wild. We have to go to the other tribe, we have to capture them, and the other tribe was also, we have to also capture this other tribe. People were minding their own business. People were living in their kingdoms. People were living in their communities as one tribe. They only mind what matters to them as that tribe. It wasn't like that. It was in just very, I don't know, rare occasion that you hear this tribe has clashed with the other tribe. Maybe because of, like, especially the tribes that are pastoralists, the cattle keepers, right? Sometimes maybe they will clash about, like, the area where they're rearing their animals. It's not like everyone is just it's just about fighting each other. No, people are just living their lives. Africans were very civilized, very, 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 very intelligent. We had someone who is our king, and this king is like our president. He's the one who makes sure the community is organized, no crime. The only people you find that are being enslaved, let me say, in prison, are criminals who are in the society, people who are raping, people who are killing other people, criminals, thieves. They used to put them in prison as well. African community was civilized, I don't know since when. Like, we have been civilized forever. So people used to also arrest people. You thought this arresting of people just began now. They had people, and these people could be also subjected to some certain kind of maybe war, community stuff. Yeah, you get. And some of these people who are being sold were also as well people who are already criminals. They were being exchanged with guns and other things. And he's talking as if Africans just called the Wazungus, yeah? That you come to Africa, we have people that we want to sell to you. Like, if you're talking, do you even think of that? Like, did Africans just say, okay, now we have to call the Wazungus, and then they come and buy our own people? We have to start raiding ourselves. We have to start selling ourselves. Africans never even had time for such nonsense, because they were okay with how they are living, with their lives. They were okay before the Wazungus came and disorganized everything. If you say people shouldn't blame the Wazungus, what? Who called the Wazungus to come in Africa and start this nonsense? Yeah, if you say Africans were selling themselves, who came here and started saying sell yourselves? Who came to Africa? Did Africa did they sell all the way to Europe and where and say and decided to tell the Wazungus, come, we have our sisters, we want to sell them to you? And if you talk, do you even think about such things? Anyways, let's just leave that behind. I don't want to talk about that topic that much. Anyways, believe what you want to believe. Read the Wazungu's history books. Let it help you if you feel like that is the truth. Yeah, because we have no choice. We have no choice. So if you want to get the truth, sometimes you also have to travel to Africa and get the African version of literacy, of history, so that you can get to learn what really, what was really happening in Africa before everything. And even when the Wazungus came, what really transpired, so that you open your eyes. Anyways, let's go straight to, okay, let us talk about the Rwanda genocide. I don't want to go so much into details about the Rwanda genocide, or I don't want to talk so much about it because I know my Rwanda brothers and sisters really hate this topic. Some of them don't even want to talk about it because whatever happened was gruesome. It was bad. So I understand why so many people will not want to even listen to it. And I know I have maybe some Rwanda subscribers here. I'm so sorry. But let me talk about it because this guy went and tapped on something that did not even concern him in the first place. Anyways, let me talk about that. So you talked about Rwanda genocide. Do you know what brought in about the Rwanda genocide? The same people you're telling us not to blame, the Wazungus. The Wazungus brought that, the Wazungus created that genocide. They created it. Let me say they created it. They made sure it had to happen. The Germans came in Rwanda, right? So there were like two tribes in Rwanda. If you say like Africans never used to view themselves as one people, what? Like people, how should I say? There were two tribes. There are two tribes that nobody even, they used not even to care about that there are two different tribes, right? Because the other ones used to do cattle rearing, the other ones are agriculturists. So they didn't even have anything like to fight about, anything, like nothing. They were living harmoniously. The other ones rear their cattle, the other ones are farmers. Very well, very okay, organized, they are living their lives. So the Wazungus came, the Germans came in Rwanda and started separating these people according to what they look like, according to how they look like. So the other people who tend to be slim, tall, with longer nose, lighter skin complexion, this colorism, you think it just started? The Wazungus brought colorism. So why don't we have to blame them? Why don't we have to talk about, like, not to like them for what they made, like what they, anyways. So lighter skin, longer nose, tall, slim. They were the better ones. Yeah, they were like the kings. Yeah, they were the kings. They were treated better. They were given better jobs. They were treated well. They were given better opportunities. They were loved because of what they look like. Yeah, the Wazungu's standard of beauty was them, the other tribe. Yeah. And then this other tribe were looked at as the ones who, not that, like the ones who, the not good looking ones, the shorter ones, the darker ones, the ones with a broader maybe nose like mine. They were looked as not like, they're not beautiful enough. So the other ones are the kings. So this other tribe has to respect the other ones. They have to treat them like, you are the king, so we have to respect you. And the Wazungus had no shame, but to also tell these people that we think the other people are better than you, so you have to respect the other people. But these other people they are treating as not like, does not fit their standard, or the ones who are not the ugly ones. They are more than the ones who are like their standard of beauty. So imagine everyone's up, like all of a sudden, someone is telling you the other people are better, you have to respect them, they are getting all the nicer treatment. So for you have to respect those ones, you have to obey them, you have to, because they seem superior. Here we were living in peace. all of a sudden grudges started piling up. People started, like, they started now hating the other ones. And then the other ones also started hating this one. Now, but mostly these ones who are already like feeling left out, and these Wazungus never cared of what they were doing. They were already creating hatred here. And this genocide never started in 1994. It started long time. From the time the Wazungus came and started treating people differently. People were already killing each other. Already. One, two. They were already killing. They were already killing each other. They were killing each other already. The death of this president. Yeah, the death of that president and the plane crash and everything. It's the one now that fueled. It's the one that now brought in this 1994. But already people are like killing themselves. But why were they killing themselves? The Wazungus brought that. And they stood by, never did anything to stop the massacre. They never even, they stood by, because I think like they were like, look at these animals. So this is what we really wanted them to do. That's why we call them animals. See how they are killing each other. But mentally, they created that in these people's brains. And then the president died, and the president was from the other tribe, the majority. So these people felt like this minority, they killed the what? The president. The fight began. Killing each other. Yeah? Whereby one of the other tribe was the most affected in the whole thing, which was really very sad. But anyways, sometimes check your history. Don't even talk about we have to unite, this kumbaya thing of all of us have to unite. Yeah, we have to unite. But these people also have to be accountable of what they did. They have to be accountable. They have to stop what they are doing, and they have to stop the racism, the way they're treating black people, because they're awakening what they did to people. So anyways, I don't know if I made any sense. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to criticize me. I like just the way I like my comment section sometimes. There are people will be like, Amito, I think you're wrong. You're wrong because of this and this and this and this. Then I read it, because I'm not 100% right. I'm not 100% right. And whatever I say, it's not like, that's it. It is right. No, we have to argue. We have to argue. That's why, that's the most important thing about bringing out topics, discussions. We have to go back and forth. And that's how we learn. And I'm very happy that there are so many people who are there, like, telling me this is not right, this is so we just have to go back and forth. It's interesting. So anyways, don't forget to comment as usual. Yeah, that's it.